I'm going to share some questions here. Then we can try to understand how we can share, we can discuss and see how we can respond to them.
Mister.
Yes.
That cut of education psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cut of education psychology, will it be automated or structured one?
That one depends now with the owner, the unit lecturer. Who is the lecturer?
I thought you are the one. both
No. I'm not the one. I'm not teaching psychology. I'm teaching human growth and development. Yeah. Okay, allow me to share my screen. I have some questions there that we can go through. So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yes, so the first question, thank you. The first question is on, you've been told to explain how families can influence young children's development. Explain how families can influence young children's development. That's a good question, because it's a question we just think. And whatever answer we give, as long as we defend it and we give examples to illustrate, this is a potential question for an exam. So it's human growth and development. So now we are being asked to explain how we think families can influence the development of young children. How can we approach such a question? This is for us to discuss. Mine is to help you develop confidence and the language to use to answer examination questions. So if you are told to explain how families influence child development, how would you go about this one? Let's give our opinions before I give mine. Yes, Mosoti Amos.
Yes, sir.
Your opinion?
What I wanted you to clarify. Talk about info. Talk about positive info or negative.
Adjust your volume.
Okay, can you get me now?
Yes, now it's loud and clear.
Okay, what I wanted is to clarify on whether when we talk about influence, can we talk about both negative or and positive, or we talk only negative side?
To influence is to affect, and it can be both positive and negative.
So if it is a positive side, I can contribute by saying that the family can influence the child development in a way that the child, the background of the child may be so. When the child is coming from a poor family, the child feels is not well taken care of, and they may in one way or the other feel that is not comfortable, even either in school or when the needs are required is not given?
So negatively, we have said, in fact, we can even draw a table like that, and then we compare. So negatively, the status, the socioeconomic background of the family, the socioeconomic background, where now we are saying if there's poverty, then the child will be affected in various ways. Let's think about poverty, for example. What might be the negative effects of poverty?
Maybe lack of food.
So lack of food, correct? In fact,
Low
lack of
self-esteem.
low self-esteem.
Theft.
Eh? Yes. I'm waiting.
Poor nutrition.
So we can say poor nutrition and its effects. We can also say we can have illnesses, because if you don't have money to take yourself to the hospital, you'll not be healthy, you'll have some illnesses. Can it lead to absenteeism in schools?
It can.
Such that now if children are not going to school mentally, they are not being promoted, their mental development is not being promoted. Yes.
And even the school, like now buying books and others will be available.
Yes, so we can also talk about lack of requirements for education, for learning, requirements, lack of requirements for learning or for even for schooling. Hope we can agree that that can be a challenge. So you can look at that and see, we're talking about families, and we are now saying families could be poor, and if they are poor, then poverty can lead to these issues, and these issues and conditions are going to affect the growth of or the development of children negatively. What other aspect of the family can also contribute to negative development? Can we talk about domestic violence?
Yes.
Yeah.
In homes, Sibio?
Yeah.
So how will domestic violence in homes affect children's development, in your opinion? Yes?
Hello.
Yes?
With domestic violence, you know, if you as parents you keep on fighting and children are seeing, that child will develop to become, when the child is an adult, the child will develop to be so will be rude, will not even like okay, the child actually, the development of the child, the child will look at the social aspect of it. In fact, he may not marry. The child may hate marriage just because he sees marriage as a source of conflict. Yeah.
So
And
in
then,
other words, domestic violence. Yeah.
yes, just continue, country. Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
I was saying,
yes.
with domestic violence,
Uh-huh.
am I getting it?
We are getting you.
The child may be used as a defense.
Uh-huh.
So when the child is used as a shield, maybe by one of the parents when they are fighting, that can also actually affect the child psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Even sometimes the child is socialized by one of the parents to hate on the other.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Then if there is domestic violence at home,
Uh-huh.
that child is likely to develop a lot of fear.
Uh-huh.
Maybe wherever maybe father comes home,
Uh-huh.
that particular child can even run and hide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There will be also hatred.
There will be hatred.
The child, maybe the children will hate one of the parent.
Yes.
Or yes.
And this one may also lead to dropping out of school.
Yes.
Okay.
Of abandonment.
Or even abandonment. And
Also
even neglect. Can
and
also,
poor,
can it, yes?
Poor performance at school.
Yes, poor performance in school.
Mm.
Can it also lead to abuse? Suppose
Yes,
the
let me respond to this, Mwalimu.
yes.
Yes, I believe when a child grows up in an abusive environment, that is where they experience domestic violence, either meted on their parents or parents meting the violence on the kids. They will develop aggression, and they will normalize being abused, and they may not be able to stand for themselves, and in retrospect they can also develop aggression. They can become aggressive towards other people. Yes, and I believe that is an emotional problem.
Yes.
Because the environment doesn't allow them to grow normally. I think aggression is an abnormal attribute of development.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we've talked about the socioeconomic background. We have identified poverty. We have also talked about domestic violence, and we have seen what it may do. What other aspect of the family can be a negative contributor to development? Is there any other?
Maybe ill health among the parents.
Yes, we can also talk about ill health. Could even be ill health among the parents, or even ill health among the children or the siblings' children, or even any other member of the family. We have some illnesses, some diseases, some conditions that take that toll on the family. If, for example, somebody is terminally ill in the family, what would be the effects of terminal illnesses on development of children? There may be some, yes?
Low self-esteem.
Yes, low self-esteem.
Depression.
Depression, deprivation.
Fear of losing the person in the family.
Even fear of losing. Even diseases can bring poverty.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't hear you, sir.
Has somebody muted me?
No,
I'm,
we can get you properly.
yes, I'm strongly.
We can hear
All right,
you. Maybe, huh?
but I can also add some volume. Can I now be heard better?
Yes, but it is the network for our colleague.
Okay, fine. So we are saying that if there is ill health in the family, then we expect there to be challenges of some kind, the ones that I'm highlighting. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see.
Yes,
Yes,
so
we
that
can
is
see it.
correct.
Yes, we can.
Correct.
Yes.
Finally, then we can also say something about parenting. It's another family-based issue that can influence development negatively. What can we say about parenting?
A role model.
Yes, when we have poor models, for example, we have a father who is a drunkard, for example. We do not expect the children to grow and develop well. Sometimes we have overprotective parents. Sometimes we have authoritarian parents. Sometimes we have
corporal punishment.
Even issues to do with corporal punishment, if they're there. Sometimes they could lead to other adverse effects.
Some parents are too permissive.
We have some parents who are too permissive. What will happen if they are overly permissive?